Good afternoon, students. I hope all of you are in safe at home. Today I will discuss determination of short run equilibrium first. Short run equilibrium. Short run equilibrium. Short run equilibrium. What do you mean by short run equilibrium? Short run means, what do you mean by short run? Short run means the period where fixed factor remains fixed. Only the variable factor can change. Fixed factor remains fixed and variable factors can change. That is, production function is equal to, of course, short run is the function of L and K, but K is K bar. K is K bar. What do you mean by K bar? That is, K is fixed in the short run. You know, in the very short run or short run, capital cannot be increased. Capital cannot be increased because of the short period. Capital cannot be increased. The machine, tools which are required, land which are required cannot be acquired within a very short period. So, production depends on only L, that is labor, variable factor. The increase of production depends on the variable factor as capital is fixed. I think it is clear to you. Labor is the only variable factor associated with the fixed capital in the field of production. So, production can only be increased by increasing the labor power. The number of labor can be increased. How? Therefore, there is a direct relation between production and labor. If labor is increases, production also increases. Up to that point, where full employment is reached. If full employment is reached and the producer uses more labor, the production will not increase. Now, you may say that if the labor becomes double, the production will be double. If it is triple, then production will be triple. If it is 4 times, production will be 4 times. No. Because there is a fixed ratio on which labor can work. In the first phase, with the increase of labor, production will increase. But increase at increasing rate than at diminishing rate, then it will be negative. That is, first it will increase in increasing rate, then the production will increase in diminishing rate, and in the third phase the production will increase in negative rate. Therefore, if the production can be used continuously with the increase of labor, then there will be no want in the world, because particularly in India and some third world countries, labors are cheaply available. They can be utilized in the field of production as much as required. Therefore, it cannot be. It cannot be. So, output cannot increase. Output cannot increase after full employment. after full employment. This is the key word, rather key sentence. The output cannot increase after full employment. Now, you know that where we will get the equilibrium? We will get the equilibrium at point equilibrium can be achieved at the point where AD is equal to AS or AS is equal to AD. AS is equal to AD. AS means aggregate supply. AS means aggregate supply. Aggregate supply. And AD means aggregate demand. Aggregate demand. This is important. Aggregate supply and aggregate demand. Now, you know that AS is equal to C plus S. C plus S. I think you know it. C means consumption expenditure. C means consumption expenditure. And S means savings. A person or a country, whatever the case may be, out of the total income, the person generally does not consume the whole income. A part of the income he wants to save. A part of the income he wants to save. Very like that, the country also saves a part of the total national income in order to invest it in the field of production. In order to invest in the field of production. So, AS is equal to C plus S is equal to Y. Capital Y. What do you mean by capital Y? That is income. That is income. It may be national income. In case of private individual, it will be individual income. So, Y. AS is equal to Y. We are getting it. And AD means aggregate demand. AD is equal to C plus I. C plus I. C is the consumption expenditure and I is the investment. Investment. So, AD, aggregate demand. Aggregate demand is the summation of consumption and investment. Now, in place of S, in place of S in case of aggregate supply, we are getting I in place of aggregate demand and C is the common. That is consumption is the common in both AS and AD. Therefore, in the equation, at equilibrium, AS must be equal to AD. Must be equal to AD. That is aggregate supply must be equal to aggregate demand. So, AS can be divided into two parts, C plus or C plus S is equal to AD C plus I. In both sides you see C is the common. So C is the common, we may omit C and C, then S is equal to I. That is, saving is equal to investment. This is the equality between saving and investment. So equilibrium can be explained either in terms of AS is equal to AD, or in terms of S is equal to I, that is, saving is equal to investment. So I am removing it. It can be proved with the help of a table, mathematical table, as well as graphical. First I am explaining AD. Now, this is Y, and here AS, aggregate subliability, and this is Y, that is income. This is 45-degree line. Y is equal to AS. Y is equal to AS. So it is proportionally increase. If income, suppose it is 20, it is 40, it is 60, and it is suppose 20, it is 40, it is 60. If income is 20, then AS will be 20. Same, because Y line indicates the same proportion of income and aggregate supply. So it is Y. It is Y line. Now I am removing it for the bigger diagram. The table first. Y. CI. And C plus I. Y, C, I and C plus I have already explained all these. Now the table. Y income is 0, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, it may be 140 also. Then C, consumption, is 30, 0, 30. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Consumption I. Investment is fixed 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Then C plus I, 50, 30 plus 20, 50, 40 plus 20, 60, 50 plus 20, 70, 60 plus 20, 80, 70 plus 20, 90, 80 plus 20, 100, and 90 plus 20, 110, it is 120, right? So this is the table. Y is the income, C is the consumption, I is the investment, and C plus I, this plus this. Now it is diagrammatically proved. On the vertical axis, consumption and investment is measured. This is 0, this is y. And on the horizontal axis, income, that is y is measured. Now you know that investment is fixed. Here the table you see that investment is 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. It does not increase in the short period. So suppose it is 20, then investment curve must be this is I curve. So it is 20, it is suppose 30, it is 40, this now it is 45-degree line. This is 45-degree line, income line. That is y. Now investment is fixed. I bar, I bar. Now consumption starts from minimum. Suppose it is 30. It is 30, minimum consumption. What do you mean by minimum consumption? That is C bar. Even if income is 0, whether income is 0 but consumption is 30, that is C bar. C bar is the minimum autonomous consumption. It is called autonomous consumption. Even if income is 0, the person has to consume something by somehow, and that is 30 suppose. Now, this is I, it is 20 and 30 is the C. C plus I, কত হবে? 30 plus 20, 50. So, suppose it is 50. It is 60, it is 70, 80. So 50 is the C plus I curve. It is also divided into 20, 40 units, 60 and 80, then 100. This is 100. Now it starts from 50. This is C plus I. C plus I curve. The addition of this plus this is equal to this. So this gap must be equal to this gap, C plus I. I hope you could follow. This diagram is very important because you have to draw the investment curve and income curve, consumption curve, then you have to draw C plus I curve, that is the summation of investment and consumption. Now, it is the equilibrium point E where C plus I curve intersect Y curve. C plus I curve intersect Y curve. Now, it is 80, income is 80, it is 100, so income is 100, now you follow it. Now, this is also C plus I is also 100. It is also 100. So, both sides, you are getting 100. The income is equal to 100, C plus I is equal to. So, Y is equal to 100 and C plus I is equal to 100. This is the equilibrium point as per the table given here. Is it clear? I think it should be, because both arithmetically and geometrically proved short run equilibrium y and c plus I. Now the saving curve. If you want to draw the saving curve, one student asked me over phone that, sir, how can I draw the saving curve from the given consumption curve? I am removing it. Perhaps Jyotirmoy, you asked me yesterday, sir, how can I draw the saving curve from the given consumption curve? Now I am giving you the instruction. Suppose this is x, this is y, income is measured on the horizontal axis y, and it is consumption, investment, everything O. This is 45-degree line. Now your C bar is 20 here, I suppose it. C bar is consumption. C bar is, suppose C bar is equal to 20. Now your income is 0. Your income is 0. So if as you are consuming 20 rupees 20 or 20 units, it is your minus saving, because you have no income. Either you are getting loan or something else, taking help from others, so it is minus 20. So if 20 is the starting point of C, minus 20 will be the starting point of saving. Now if the saving and income become equal, then it must intersect it here. This is saving curve. This is saving curve. It starts from minus 20, that is minus S, as income and consumption is equal to each other at point, suppose E, then saving is here 0, and with the increase of income, your saving is becoming positive. With the increase of income, there is a difference between Y and C, that is Y minus C is equal to S. You know it because you know Y is equal to C plus S. Therefore, Y minus C is equal to S, or S is equal to 1 Y minus C. Then this difference must be this difference. After the point of E, saving becomes positive, and this part indicates the positive saving. The difference between Y and C must be equal to the difference between S curve and horizontal axis. So it is how you can draw, that is derivation of consumption curve with given saving curve. Just opposite what I told you yesterday, that with the saving curve, consumption curve may be derived. Okay? If anyone is there, you may ask question by writing. If you have any problem. Okay, Suman. Thank you very much. This is very important for the final examination hearing, board examination hearing.